If you are anything like me and are just thinking, why the heck didn't I think of that? Well, you got a home here. Welcome to the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of a state, nation, and world that we live in. Thanks for hanging out with me. We are almost to FAFO Friday. We're almost there. It has been a heck of a week. It has been a long, long week. I got to tell you, I'm excited to have my man Chase on Monday. So make sure you tune in on Monday. Monday is going to be a big, big show because we're going to introduce you to my guide, the man who will be walking me through the entire process of a successful elk hunt. And I mean, we're going to go from nutrition to fitness to sighting in a rifle to proper maintenance of a firearm, all the way through to the hunt. So he's going to be hanging out with us about every week until Thanksgiving, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be every kind of awesome. And at the top, I said, if you're anything like me and you think, well, man, why didn't I think of that? I have an old school, and I mean old school camping commercial I got to show you. And I'm like, what's up, Rhonda? I'm thinking, what in the world? Why didn't I think of this? Why don't we still have those? And there's one big reason, and we get to see that a little bit later. But I would like to begin with something that is my bad. You all know I'm a wide open book. I do not hide anything. I share my life with you. I share my outdoor world with you. I share my peeps with you, my tribe. I have no shame. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. We found out what Aussie is. Holy mackerel. Okay, hold on a second. We found out what Aussie is. I digress. I mentioned my tribe, and then I get all excited about the dog, of course. So let me find this here. Launch Queen Bee. Here we go. This is what Aussie is. We got the results back. He is 54% Australian cattle dog. We knew that. We knew he was mostly cattle dog. 54%. Okay. He is 10% American Staffordshire Terrier. The hell is that? What's a Staffordshire Terrier? I got to find that. Another 10% Chihuahua. That's right. Yo quiero Taco Bell. Yes. Every time I see a Chihuahua, still to this day, since the 90s, I think, yo quiero Taco Bell. But one of the best advertising campaigns ever. He is 7% pit bull, so he's 7% murder dog, and he is 3% border collie. That's what he is. That's Aussie. So essentially, 38% of his being is herding dog, which explains him nipping at your heels just instinctively every now and again. Kind of annoying, but yeah. Same when I see, yes, it is Rhonda. It's the same when you see a Chihuahua. Yo quiero Taco Bell. I had a, he's a crazy mutt. Yeah. So anyway, but I mean, 54% is damn near purebred in this day and age. It's like me. I've lived in Arizona a total of 24 years. So half of my life, that's native status here. And okay, so anyway, my dog Champ was half boxer, half lab. It's like fitty boxer lab, yoked out, looked like Bruce Lee, but weighed 105 pounds. Beast of an animal. Anytime he saw a Chihuahua, he was like, nope, no. He would do kind of the backup thing and kind of give him a little paw check, like, we good, dude? We good? Everybody all right here? All right, I'm cool. You're cool. Yeah. Because my ex's brother and sister-in-law had an evil Chihuahua that tried to tear his face off. And from that moment on, yeah, I think it's a pit bull kind of thing. Yeah. American Mastiff. Woo! German Shepherd. Wow. Mastiff Shepherd. Damn. That is I will jack you up dog right there. That's fantastic. Wow. Oh, so awesome. What's the dog's name, Rhonda? That's rad. Mastiff Shepherd. And please share pictures if you could. We might just have a puppy day where everybody just shares pictures of their dogs and cool dog pictures. You know, we might do that. Yeah, we might just have maybe not this Friday, but maybe next Friday we'll take FAFO Friday and just turn it into just insane amount of cuteness. We can do that. Anyway, as I mentioned, I'm an open book. I don't hide anything from y'all. Y'all my streaming, my media fan bam, and I love having you here. Love spending the day with you guys. I done screwed this one up. I was so excited for the liberal wing of my tribe. That's essentially Queen Bee and her family. The liberal wing of my tribe to get into the whole game meat vibe, like I am, and like my side of the tribe has been. And y'all know me, I love to cook. And I don't cook now how I used to cook. I used to cook everything like high fat baking. Everything was just like creamy and amazing. And I still do that. I still do that quite a bit. I just do it more lean and with game meat now. And I've swung and missed a few times, but I hit this wrong because for 11 years I've been telling you on this show exactly how to get people and introduce people to game meat, and I just went all in full bore, and that was not the right way. So I had a little chat with Queen Bee yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. And she was like, you're cooking a brisket this weekend. I said, yeah, I'm doing a big old, like probably 12 to 15 hour smoke on this thing. And she goes, what kind of meat is it? I go, no, this is cow. Don't worry. This is straight from the butcher. It's all good. Don't you worry. Don't you worry your pretty little head. It's all good. And I'm like, why do you ask? She's like, well, the girl's kind of not a big fan of game meat, and so, and it all started flooding back to me, like the times where I would cook and they're like, no, I'm going over to my dad's house or whatever to eat. And I was like, oh, now I get it. Because what you run into, and I'm not knocking the girls by any stretch, but what I'm saying is I did it wrong. I just like, okay, I'm going to cook. This is the way I cook. If you eat with me, this is the way I cook. Not really the real reason. Not the best way to do that. Here is what I would suggest. If you do, I mean, if you have access, like a bison steak or something like that, what I would do is turn that into an appetizer. If you want to introduce people to game meat, appetizers are the best way to introduce people to game meat. You sit them to a full meal of game meat. I actually sent Queen Bee over to her house with some ground, and she was going to make tacos, and it does smell different than it does if you have store-bought ground beef. It just smells different, whether it's bison, Watusi, ground feral hog, whatever it is. It's not going to smell like it normally does from the grocery store. It's just a different scent. It doesn't smell gross. It's not off-putting. It's just different. And that immediately, before I even thought of that, I'm like, oh, no. You need to stop at the store. Here, take this. I hand her a pound of ground. And I'm like, I shouldn't have done that. When she said, yeah, the girls are kind of freaked out because it kind of smelled different in the house. It did. And I should have known that. I have like dropped the ball on this. So now I've got to drop back to square one after all this time, and I'm more than willing to. So I want to help you if you have game meat, or if somebody says, hey, do you like game meat? I would say, it depends. Because if you start with just appetizers, like little tiny dove poppers, or you take a venison steak or something like that and make little skewers or stuff, or maybe put it as part of a kebab, people are going to just think, okay, this is really, really good. They give it a better chance if it's their choice, because this is a great part about finger foods and appetizers. It's your choice to grab that, right? It's your choice to say, yeah, I'll try a dove. Okay, I'll try a dove popper right on. That's not the only meal they're having for the evening. That is crucial to introducing your friends and family to that. Oh, you can't stand deer. I love that you said that. Rhonda, love that you said that. So Rhonda said she doesn't mind bison or elk. Can't stand deer. Here's how it's been for me. Giant venison fan. Huge venison fan. And gigantic bison fan, obviously. I have a bison tattoo, y'all. I mean, the left side of my the right side of my left leg, the inside of my left leg is a bison. So I'm a bison fan. But I would never been a fan of like elk burgers. I think elk burgers suck. They're horrible. To me, I don't like them. Okay, so I'm kind of I see where you're getting on this. Like you like some game meat, you might not like others. And Jim, I'm with you on that. I almost love all wild meat. But here's the deal. So I'll get to that. I had venison for the first time as a finger food. Here's what I did. I had venison the first time when I took a deer. That was the first time I had venison. We took a back strap. We took the inside strap, and there's four straps on a back muscles on any animal. So it's the what we call the back straps, which are the big round. That's where your fillet comes from. Okay, when you have a petite fillet, that's just a cross section of a back muscle. That's what it is of the cow. And then inside the ribs, there's what they call the inside loin, which is just really small, tender, beautiful, fantastic. Anyway, we marinated it, threw it on the grill. That my hours after I took this thing, threw it on the grill, and I just chopped it up so everybody could have some. So now it was finger food to me, right? It wasn't my dinner. So I grabbed a piece. I'm like, oh God, give me another one of those. Oh my God, give me another one of those. That's one of the best meats I've ever had. So venison I started. And I'd be curious to see, Rhonda, if you don't like deer, because maybe that was served to you as your meal. There's different ways to prepare so many different game meals, right? So that was the first to me. Elk steaks, I could eat all day. Elk chili, come on, let's go. I love elk roast, elk pot roast. Oh, fantastic. Elk burgers, I'm like, meh, not a big fan. When I try the smash burger version of it, it would probably be pretty damn good. But Queen Bee, even, she was like, I do not like elk. Elk is terrible. So we were up in Pine Top, I think is where their place is. Anyway, the Slavos have a place up in Pine Top, and we were up there for dinner. And it was Slavo had some elk backstraps, some elk tenderloin on the Green Mountain Grill, like you should. And she's like, ooh, she was a little nervous because she was like, I don't like elk. I've tried pronghorn, I love it. I tried this, I love it. I do not like elk. I'm like, yeah, let's see what an executive chef who you got to meet this week when he's talking about his archery hunt, an executive chef does. Well, let's just see. So, by the way, if I ever come out with a cookbook, most of it is going to be ripped wholesale from my man Slavo. No. I was totally cooking that. Yeah, that plate you see with all the the stuff on it. Yeah, that's totally mine. Yeah. Anyway, she tries the backstrap and she's like, that's one of the best meats I've ever had in my life. She goes, I love elk strap now. So I would be, Rhonda, I would encourage you a little bit, maybe try it a different way. It was not Gordon Ramsay. Was it Gordon Ramsay? It was a Gordon Ramsay or who was it? Bourdain. It was one of the two of them. Went to basically a duck hunting lodge. And these guys were like, we eat duck damn near every day, and we just don't like it. We're not fans of it. It's not exciting to us. He goes, oh, watch this. And he took a duck breast and he made it. He did it in a certain way, wine sauce, this, that, and the other thing. And they were freaked out about how good it was. So I would encourage you. One of my biggest, how would I put this? Biggest mottos. It's not really a motto, but I'll say this mantra, maybe. I'll try anything twice. I might have had a bad piece. I might have had it was probably cooked improperly. And I have not gone back to elk hamburgers, by the way. So I'm going to have to do that because I need to be who I am. I'll make them smash burger style. I think I got the idea there. Yes. So anyway, and just like rabbit, I dig rabbit, especially rabbit stew. And I got to tell you, the first time I really got not into rabbit, but had rabbit, I made stew. Because why? Come on, Gen X, bring this to me. Tell me why the first time I had rabbit, it had to be rabbit stew. Anyone? Come on. Wabbit! That's right. Wabbit season. Duck season. Wabbit season. He was going to make a wabbit stew. Elmer Fudd always wanted to make a wabbit stew. And so I thought, okay, I need to have a wabbit stew. I'm going to try it. And it's delicious. It's fantastic. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the bugs, right on. Jim had it. Yeah. Yeah, that's the way I had, and that's the only way I've had rabbit, by the way. So I could try it, I guess, again in different ways, and we'll see. Yeah. So Lynn, that's a good suggestion. And this, buddy, I'm telling you, this is what and trust me, Queen Bee was on the same thing. We tried the same thing. So tell them that there's store burgers when you, totally. That's from the store. Nope. No. Yeah. Oh, she said the G word. Y'all, she said the G word. She said it. Yep. Okay. Rhonda, I heart you for saying that. I love that you said that. Gamey is almost like the G word, is almost like the P word. Like the P word, poaching, is the bad word. G is, I mean, the gamey's almost up there. Let me tell you why. Oh, let's see here. Do it over campfire with good mesquite in northern Maine, Applewood. Ooh. You cook that over open flame like God intended it. Yes. So gamey is fantastic. I would encourage you to go back. I'll try to see where it is, but it was my interview with John Odell from Game and Fish. He is a small game biologist and he is a small game competitive chef. He explained what gamey is. So I'm going to attempt it if I can, but I would definitely go back to the biologist. Really cool dude. Anyway, the store-bought meat that you get, whether it be pig, whether it be cow, or whether it be chicken, right? Oh, and by the way, do you know why we call venison and not deer? And why we call cow steak and not cow? What we call chicken, what we call pig pork. It was back in the day where it was a class system. So the plebes ate chicken. They ate exactly what that animal is. You ate chicken. You ate pork. That one. If you were high society, you were not going to eat a deer. You're going to eat venison. We do not eat a cow. We eat steak. We eat beef. You see, it was a class system thing where they were like, I'm not gonna eat what the animal's called. That's, by the way, one of my biggest pet peeves. And when people say tuna fish, you don't say steak cow, you don't say turkey bird. You say turkey, you say steak. It's tuna. What are you having? I'm having tuna, not tuna fish. Yeah, I know it's a fish. Yeah. See here. You talking game, but try goat meat. Hey, I'd definitely try goat meat. I've had goat's milk. I've had goat cheese. I might as well. I didn't like either, but I'll keep going. I'll keep going up the, if you know what I mean. And we'll see if we can find a backstrap. A goat backstrap would probably be fantastic. Anyway, like beef tongue, I think is one of the most underrated things. Bison tongue, fantastic. And what else here? Oh, cabeza. If you guys, especially here in Arizona, if you guys go to a taco shop, like a real taco shop, ask them if they have cabeza tacos. It'll change your world. It really will. Cabeza meat is the meat, the real fatty meat between the skull and the scalp. They just scrape the skull, and it's so dang good. It's like pot roast. It's like taco flavored pot roast. It's fantastic. Yeah. I gave the name of my dog. Now to scroll. No, I gotta check that. Anyway, so all right. So back to this. Game meat versus store-bought meat. Store-bought meat, whether it's a cow, whether it's a chicken, whether it's a pig, are all of them are fed the same way. And I mean from birth to processing, fed the same way. And that doesn't mean that they're fed the same way all the way through. There's different processes as they mature and get ready to be processed. Okay. Like you see grass finished steak. That's what that means. That the beef was the cow was only fed grass at the last few days of its life. That's what that means. But the last day of his life is the same for every single cow, is the same for every single pig, same for every single chicken. That's why when you bite into a steak from any store, it tastes exactly the same. It might be seasoned differently, but you know what I mean? The actual beef portion, the actual animal protein portion tastes exactly the same. That's why. Yeah. And anything outside of that gets the G word label. And I'm okay with that. Okay, your steak, your elk steak tasted gamey. Well, here's why it tasted gamey. Because you were cutting into a steak and your brain was telling you steak. The steak you've always had, the steak you get from the store. That's the what you, but then you eat it and you put it in your mouth and your taste buds go, what the hell is this? And then it's off-putting because your brain is expecting something that your taste buds say, nope, that's not what you thought it was. It's not what it was. So it's that expectation. Yes. All right. Introduced my son to elk steak when my husband and I were dating, had him try the steak. He said he had steak. I told him my husband prepared it different and he liked it. And we told him it was elk. Yeah. Elk's delicious. I know you can slip one in there, but the best way. I only said the best way to introduce people to game meat is that's definitely not the only way to introduce, because you can pull a Rhonda there and just say, hey, it's a steak. Go ahead. But that's the reason why. Anything outside of what your brain tells you that a steak is going to taste like, the beef, excuse me, is going to taste like, the pork is going to taste like, or poultry is going to taste like, anything outside of that gets the G label, gets the gamey label. And it drives me absolutely nuts when I see people post on certain forums, or even it's a pro hunter or a guide giving their recipe for, and it all starts with, I marinated in 7-Up or Sprite to get the gamey taste out of it. The hell would you do that for? Somewhere in animal heaven, that elk is like, I am not a cow. I was never a cow. Stop trying to make me taste like a cow. True. Elk is supposed to taste like elk. Deer is supposed to taste like deer, not a cow. Watusi tastes like Watusi, but it's damn near the same as a cow. Bison is supposed to taste like bison. If it is outside of the flavor profiles of the big three, then it is labeled gamey. But I would encourage you to start your friends and family small and cook properly. Venison steaks, whatever, elk steaks, whatever it is. Let's see. Here we go. Boop, 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 boop. All right, Grizz. Do they consider game meat red meat still? Yes. I am actually allergic to beef, and I've never tried the others. Here's what I would suggest. Intern Beans has the same problem. So is intern Sarah. They love beef, but they're like, ooh, that was way too much. It's kind of getting my stomach a little kind of jacked up. So I know what you're saying there. I would start with I almost said pigeon. It's the same damn thing. A Eurasian dove. Eurasian dove is a red meat. Dove is essentially a red meat. And then I would try a bison steak. So Grizz, if you and I need to connect in some way and I get you maybe some bison, that's what I would try. That's what I would try first, just to see. Yeah. And I'm curious, Grizz, and we can talk offline if you're not, but I mean, is it the same thing, like a little kind of tummy issue like my girls get? If that's the case, then yeah, I would try something, and try it in small quantities. Just try, a few bites, see how it makes you feel. But I'm telling you, elk will change you. Woo! Change your channel. Tell you that. Mm-hmm. All right, let's get to this. But I will be working still this weekend. I will be cooking a brisket of actual cow this weekend. So I'm trying to lure Queen Bee's kids back into the fold here. Just kind of like, all right, come on, watch me work here. Watch me work. I'll give you the most delicious, moist, beautiful brisket you've ever had, and make some potatoes au gratin. Difference between scalloped potatoes and potatoes au gratin is cheese. That's it. Yeah. Au gratin, cheese. Yeah. But I got you, Grizz, 100%. Check this out. This was something funny that I saw. Actually, I thought it was going to be something for FAFO Friday, but it doesn't even fit in the realm. But this is a shortened version of a commercial for a product that I just think is so genius, and I'm blown away by this. So I'm just going to let you. Oh, dude, yeah, okay. Then we might back off that, Grizz. You might want to talk to your doctor about introducing bison. So we'll work on it. Don't worry about it. Okay. But check with your doctor first. Please consult a physician. The opinions of Mike Russell are definitely not that of the American Medical Association. Tell you that much. All right, check this out. This is crazy. Watch this.
They're not the reason for our visit, and nor is that roof a limit to the ingenuity of designer Victor.
Okay, 2 chicks on a scooter. Okay, you had me. Okay, right on. And again, going back to this day and age,
Rosen. The machine does, in fact, form the basis for the newest thing in camping, the scooter tent.
Scooter tent. What? Take my money. Oh, wait, it's a scooter. Look at this. This is fantastic.
This is certainly the most portable tent we've seen. On the road, as we saw before, the whole contraption, including the canvas, weighs less than 20 pounds. And from that neat little contraption, we get a much larger than average tent.
Look at that!
With headroom of 6 foot 6 inches, 8 feet wide, and 6 1/4 feet long.
Dude, that's about the dimensions of my jumping jack. I am blown away by this. This is actually, take my money, please.
If you're the nervous type, there's no need to worry about the scooter being stolen either.
Stolen?
To take that, a thief would have to take the tent as well.
Dude, they're dealing with crime back then, too.
Actually, the position of the scooter is optional, although the designers don't recommend having it in the middle of the tent because of the possibility of fumes.
Yeah, you think?
One final thought. What a boon to lazy campers. Once it's up, you could drive around the country with your home literally on your back.
Yes. Hello, ladies. Yes. I was excited about that damn thing until I realized that I would be riding around on a scooter. Yeah, not going to happen. Not going to happen at all. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Why would they stop making these? I mean, you could adjust it. You could have like a, maybe like on a I don't know, some sort of a ATV, right? Yeah. I mean, it could be the top of an ATV. That'd be fantastic. I took out the part, and y'all are welcome. I did take out the part with like, so easy, a woman could do it. I'm not kidding. Said they did say that. So this is the abbreviated version. But again, I'm like, I was not going to post that with that in there. Oh my goodness. Yes, but yeah, why would you not have that? That's just an attempt. We recommend not having the scooter in your tent as deal with fumes. Thanks, Professor. Well, but I mean, okay, how about that? It's like the ultimate like sleepover thing. Like, you know, if the kids want to, we got to sleep over the buddy down the road, just cruise that over there and just roll that through the gate in the backyard and just set it up. That's what I'm saying. Now, how to post a photo live. Oh, okay. Would post Buttercup. Got it. Well, we'll do it. Just send it to Mike at MikeGoMikeRussell.com. Just send it. I'll show everybody Buttercup. I'll intro. Whoever needs to get intro to Buttercup's going to get intro to Buttercup. Yeah. So there. How about that? So easy a woman could. Welcome to the male chauvinist portion of our program. 2 women could do it. Oh, yeah. Back in the day, right? Anyway, hey, thank you all for hanging out. Tomorrow is FAFO Friday, and I have not one theme yet, but I'm going to find a theme. It might be Komodo dragon. A water monitor. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of these things just jacking things up. So we might do that. We'll see. But we'll have a good, easy. Grizz, you're going to get in trouble. Y'all are going to get in a lot of trouble. All right, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to dip it right here. We're done. All right, guys. Have a great day. Thanks. Like this, share this out. Great to see you all. We'll see you tomorrow.